Yeah.
Boom. Okay. Yeah, we're still recording, so boom. Okay. Okay, we're
How old do
live.
you guys think David Attenborough is?
100? No.
Is he
90?
dead?
Not dead.
Like 90 or something. That would be my guess is 90.
I'm gonna say 94.
The lion does concern himself with his parents getting older.
Once again, I'm in trouble with my old friend. She is paper in the window pane.
Dap-a-doo, two white guys in a wheelchair.
So, hello, listeners. Today we have a special guest. We have Quinton with Tarnation Productions.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's an
Uh,
honor.
I've been really looking forward to this interview for a while. It took us a lot to get him on here finally,
That's a lot.
and
I'm busy.
I'm glad. Very busy, it sounds like, and I'm glad you were able to sneak us in
Yeah.
as you're back home from the holidays.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Eric, you got anything?
I've just been very excited to talk shop and,
Yeah.
and to kind of get into what he's been up to.
So, Quinton, for the listener, maybe if they're not too familiar with you, could you give us a little preamble about who you are, what you do, and yeah, just go for it.
Yeah, so basically I'm just trying to be a screenwriter. It's my aspiration, filmmaker. Yeah, I've just been living in Vancouver the last 5 months. I'm in Vancouver Film School there, in the writing program, and yeah, just learning lots about writing and stuff like that, and yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just a bit about me.
Okay, tell me. So, before going to for the listener, I knew this going into it because I'm a pretty big Quinton fanboy. You were at a different film
Yes, so
before.
yeah, I did a 2-year program at SAIT here in Calgary for film and video production, and it was good. I learned lots there about the filmmaking process, and I figured, yeah, like writing and storytelling was kind of more of something I wanted to do, and the opportunity came up in Vancouver. And it's a good school and make connections, and it's a better city for getting into that kind of stuff. So yeah, I decided to go there, and yeah, it's been good. Been good there since, and yeah, it's helped me improve
So,
as a writer, and yeah.
yeah, I was just gonna say if we take it back to because we like to do here is take it back to birth. What do you think about your childhood made you want to get into film?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know exactly like where that came about, but I mean, I remembered I'd always go to try and go to the movies with you and my brother and my mom and dad, and yeah, I feel like just like always loved movies, television, from a young age, and I think what made me want to go be a filmmaker, go in film school was we did like this project in grade 10, and we were allowed to do like a short film or something for it, and it was for Romeo and Juliet, like adaptation, and we made a short film, me and my friend, for that, and then I feel like my teacher was like, "Oh, you should be like director or something." I was like, "Yeah, I agree," and then yeah, so
That's cool. What do you remember what year that was?
I think it was grade 10, maybe grade 9, maybe grade 11, something
Somewhere
around there in high school. So like 2020, 2019. Oh, no, it was 2019. Yeah. It was before COVID.
Nice.
It was right before COVID.
In the before times.
Yeah.
Before 4.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of what probably put the battery in my back for that. And yeah, I just tried to you know, try and do as much as I can to make that dream come true.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
let's mute that.
let's mute that.
My question: what are some pieces of TV and movies that you found like to be pretty inspiring?
Inspiring. Yeah. It's a good question. I mean, I feel like right around like that age when I was like getting into all that stuff, like I mean, um throughout high school and junior high, like cinema, movies, TV always kind of I feel like television, I would always watch like a lot of comedies, like shows like Community, Family Guy, stuff like that.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I just loved comedies, stuff like that, and just stuff my family would show me. And I think, yeah, like my dad, he showed me a lot of like Guy Ritchie movies and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. And I really like that kind of like funny and like kind of dramatic and action-packed movies like that. I mean, like I still do really love Guy Ritchie, but like I was, you know, like, yeah, like for any movie, anything like that, my taste have changed, and there's always, yeah, there's
As we
beauty,
age.
there's beauty in everything I find
Yeah.
in terms of cinema and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. Quentin Tarantino, obviously. My dad loved Quentin Tarantino, so he showed me movies like that.
How
But
old were you? What do you think when you first watched it?
probably like I think the first Quentin Tarantino movie I watched was Kill Bill. And I was like 14 or something like that.
Oh.
Maybe younger.
Maybe young. Nah, I think I was, yeah. I remember we were like it was Christmas and our cousins were watching. I was really young. I was like 8 or 9. And you guys were watching Inglourious Bastards. And I watched some of that. And I was like, I just watched the end of it when they're like scalping the guy.
Oh yeah. Good deal.
Or carving
That's what.
the swastika in his forehead. I was like, yeah. So maybe a little too young to watch that, but yeah, yeah, that. And
I was just gonna say, Quentin, you got a
healthy dose.
you got a healthy front row seat to watching a lot of movies that you probably
yeah.
shouldn't have been watching.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like having 2 older brothers, 8 and 7 years older than me.
Kind of came with the
Yeah,
territory.
they would. Yeah, I think you would tell like you were taking me to Cars, and then I'd watch like Zero Dark 30 or something.
Yeah, I remember being there, and I think I was about 16. You must have been. I think you were 8. We went to Zero Dark 30. I was either 18 or
I think I was a bit older for
It
that.
came out in 2000.
for Zero Dark 30
Oh.
because I think I was 18, but so I was able to get I was able to like act as like a guardian for Quentin to get him on there, and that means you were 10.
Yeah,
And so yeah, I remember going to Zero Dark 30 and being like, okay, and then there's the Abu Ghraib, like I think that's what they call it, the Abu Ghraib torture scene.
Yeah.
Where they're like walking the one guy around like as a dog.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, like looking at Quentin and being like, I should not have brought Quentin.
yeah. I think like my parents were like, oh, they took him to this, and it was like super scary. But that was like no, I mean it's not a horror movie. It's just
Yeah, it's just
an
more of
American
like
propaganda.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember there was one you took me to. I was
Remember
young,
the
dark skies.
Dark skies, but they were called the gray ones.
Yeah, and I
I
had
think you might have been there for that one as well
We
too.
did go to a good show.
I was young. I think I looked it up before. It was like 2012 or so.
I remember
and
you being freaked out for
I
a
had
long time after
nightmares. I
that.
think for years. So I'd go run, sleep in mom's bed. Like I'm scared. All these guys. Yeah, that was terrifying.
Sorry.
But anyways, I think it's good to see that kind of stuff at a young age. Honestly, I think it is. I think
Yeah.
it's important. Like
Yeah, it's good to
Yeah.
traumatize youth early so that they become great.
Do you think it's the youngest you guys were when you watched something you probably should have watched?
There's lots of stuff. I mean,
For me, I was much more protected, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, because I was the youngest child, so they kind of gave up. I
Yeah.
feel and like, bad influences.
Yeah. What
But
about you, Eric?
I was 8 years old and my dad watched Predator. Party.
Nice.
Get to the chopper.
Nice. Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that definitely would freak me out.
Sorry,
It's
it was
8 years old?
8 years old. I remember it because it was the same year we watched the Flames in the playoffs, so 04-05.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's probably 9.
Yep. Yeah. I remember really young. This, this is totally kind of different, but I remember going over to our neighbors. So our neighbor, she was a bit older, but she had a grandson who would come over sometimes. I don't know how old I was, but like young. And there was he like threw on some like VHS. And it was a porno.
Oh, no.
And I remember being like 7 or 8 and being like,
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, it's like, well, I think I was too young to even understand what it was.
Like, this is wrestling.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Just like, oh, why are they doing that to each other? Is that like, yeah. So that's a bit of a different thing.
Traumatizing to sure.
Traumatizing, just different,
Yeah,
just a
that's-
different
yeah,
kind of
that's not good.
trauma. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And okay, so obviously that shaped you, Quintin.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah, it's tough to say, but yeah, stuff like that, movies like that. And then I think also like Malcolm, like our middle brother, he'd make like YouTube videos, and I was always acting.
Yeah.
I'd always act in them when I was a child, so I feel like
You're a child
maybe I
actor.
was,
Is that something you never want to explore?
yeah, I
Being
do.
in front of the camera?
Yeah, I mean, I have like acted in like some short films before and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So I feel, yeah, I mean, like acting is very, very cool, very interesting, and it's fun.
What- Yeah.
It's different, but I've done some stuff.
What is
Yeah.
my interpretation, at least, of how I see an element of Hollywood kind of changing is there seems to be more interchangeability between
Hmm.
being on the back end of the camera and
Yeah.
the front now. I
Yeah.
feel like more writers,
Mhm.
creatives in
Yeah.
general are either.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it more commonly is like an
Mhm.
actor
yeah.
going to like direct or produce.
Yeah.
But sometimes it goes the other way too.
Yeah, I think really like when you're in like that field like of like an actor and a writer and a director really have like they have the most kind of like they're not technicians, they're the storytellers in
Yeah.
a movie, right? So there's a lot of interchangeability there, and I think yeah, I mean there's always been cases of like directors acting in like their films. That happens all the time. And I think yeah, I think writing and being an actor and directing, like you're telling a story. You're doing, yeah. So I think it's
Trying to teach a lesson.
yeah, exactly. So
Okay. So Quintin, what so early on, grade 9, 10, or 11, in 2019, a teacher says, "Oh, you guys should be like movie directors or something."
yeah,
And then so that maybe planted a seed.
yeah.
And when it came to thinking about either university or what you were doing after
Mhm.
high school, what kind of thoughts were running through your head?
Yeah,
that
so
made
I-
you finally make the decision to
Mhm.
go to state for film production.
Yeah, so I pretty much like really kind of like dismissed it after she said it to me. It's like I was a kid and like she's just a teacher, like whatever. Like I didn't really think about it too much. And then I think I mean I always kind of thought about it, like being a writer, stuff like that. And I feel like in English class I was good at like creative writing and stuff like that. And um I don't really know how it came about, but I was looking going to school. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Um, I was like applying for like like psychology, uh, business stuff, just like basic kind of university degrees that I didn't really want to do, but I kind of wanted to have like a college experience. And then I kind of like didn't really like yeah, my grades in high school were like okay, like I could have went in, and I just didn't really know what I was going to do, so I was like I want to take a gap here. And then that summer I went and worked for my brother in Tofino, and then
Friend of the show, Malcolm,
yeah,
who is at one, who runs Adriana Sandwiches, who I'm representing their merch right now, and also Malcolm DiDomenicis Consulting. He's been on here as
Yeah.
representing that aspect is well of a different venture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, but yeah, so I just went and worked for him, and then I kind of just heard about like the SAIT film program, and then yeah, I was just like should look into that, and I applied and got in, and then so I kind of yeah, I just worked for a bit and traveled that year, and then I went in and May the following year after I graduated. So yeah, I took a gap year pretty much, and um, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then what? Yeah. Tell us about what you thought the program was going to be like, and things that you were right about, and things that you were surprised by.
Yeah, so I'd say I feel like it's more. I thought it would be more like theory and stuff like that, and more writing, and there was some good stuff for that.
Was it
Like
more
there's
technical?
yeah, it was definitely more technical, more working on sets, which is great. Great to have. Obviously,
Logistics.
yeah, logistics stuff like that, lighting, cameras, and like I've never really been like I learned a lot there. Never really was like cameras and stuff like that. Like it's like I like kind of playing around with them, but like I didn't really it wasn't my passion, and being like more of a technician, more breeded for a union is kind of what they're doing, which is good and you need that. But I felt like yeah, I wanted to be more of a creative and um in that aspect. But yeah, I had some good teachers there, and at first, like when I went there, yeah, I didn't mind it, and then I think as I kind of got used to maybe being post-secondary and the people I was with, that I started to really enjoy it, and being on sets and stuff was quite cool, stuff like that, and then
What were some of the sets that you go on?
yeah, basically just student sets and stuff like that. We would do yeah, we just make short films, stuff like that, and then I got a chance to like direct something and be more like yeah, as we went on more vocal with like what we were doing, and as opposed to just being like teaching us how to work with camera and stuff like that. As you got on, you would um yeah, you would do more storytelling and stuff like that, and chance to write more and stuff like that. And that's kind of what yeah made me grow more interested as I went on. As when I first got there, it was a bit like yeah, I didn't really know what to think. Like it was good, but yeah, it's like you know I didn't know if it was like a passion or anything like that. And then yeah, as it progressed, yeah, I grew more interested in that kind of thing, and yeah, it's good.
Who 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 do you think during that time period influenced you most?
Yeah, I think during that time period to get like yeah, I think all of the teachers at state, most of them were really good, and I had one teacher who he was a writer and he would direct, and I mean like all those teachers at the film school are you know they're doing it like part-time pretty much, and as opposed to a few maybe, but they're all like independent filmmakers or
Yeah, so they like do work in the industry.
yeah, exactly. So I feel like I had one teacher who was a writer, and he would direct some stuff, and he was very inspirational, and just kind of being like, you know, all you have to do is get out there and try and tell your story and do what you need to do, and it's not really because I feel like a lot of the time there'd be like you need to do this, but you're never gonna make it if you do this, and you need experience, but you don't have any experience and stuff like that, which is still an issue. But yeah, it's more just kind of just yeah being creative and trying to do as much as you can. Really. So yeah, my one teacher there really inspired me, and a few of my classmates too. Honestly, yeah, inspired me to.
How so the classmates?
I feel like I'd say a lot of them were maybe a bit older, and kind of yeah, I feel like they would kind of like and maybe I would be like tough on myself and stuff like that. Be like, oh, I don't know if this is very good. And they're like, no, this is good, and this is good, and yeah, like you should pursue this, and Yeah, stuff like that.
Kind of like just like balancing
Yeah.
perspective.
hmm
Encouraging them.
Yeah, encouraging. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. And then which program set off in your mind, oh, I'd like to do, or I guess like at what point in your mind were you like, oh, I'd like to go and pursue and double tap into screenwriting?
Yeah, so I think honestly that first class in my first semester was like screenwriting for um movies or screenwriting for television movies was the first class. And
In the first semester?
in the first semester, and the teacher who I don't think I had him for writing any other terms, but that was like definitely the most like inspirational. That's kind of when I learned like I wanted to do this. And then kind of as that class went on, maybe it wasn't like a focal point of the course writing for it. And then yeah, it was always just something that kind of
Interest you.
yeah, it interests me. And yeah, I feel like yeah, that first class, that teacher really inspired me to
So who
be what I am today. Yeah.
what writers slash screenwriters are inspiring you in your in it as you develop your voice through this program?
Like now, like
No.
yeah, I think right now I really like John Cassavetes movies. I don't know if you
Which ones are his?
he's done like Opening Night, A Woman Under the Influence, just very
Have you seen any of these? I haven't.
no, they're yeah, he's good. He's like a independent like kind of filmmaker from like the uh like 70s, 80s kind of thing,
Oh,
maybe
wow.
60s. And he would act to fund his movies. They're all
Okay.
pretty low budget kind of stuff. And then yeah, he's been in a few things. Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, okay.
He's
He was
like-
the original, like the original Rosemary's Baby, or the newer one. There was a newer one. I think
I only know the Roman Polanski one.
he did that one.
Yeah, he was an actor in it. And so
Oh,
like stuff like
okay.
that would like help fund his movies and stuff like that. And he would make very slice of life, character studies sort of films. And yeah, I feel like and like very low budget and like
He's a grinder.
yeah, he's grinding. So, yeah, he's a good guy.
So he's been inspiring.
Yeah, that and what else have I been watching? I think like comedians like Tim Robinson, like I think stuff like that has kind of always been like Nathan
Chair Company.
Fielder. Yeah, the Chair Company was great. Stuff like that has always been like inspiring me because I feel like I do kind of write.
Feel like
Um,
Nathan Fielder.
Yeah, Nathan Fielder. Yeah, I do like to write like comedy. Might not come out. I might not think it's comedy, but like I'm kind of like an awkward guy, so it turns out to be comedy anyway. So which is good. So yeah, stuff like that. I mean, like there's so much
Tell
good art and good artists
Yeah.
like in film that it's tough
Oh,
to
wow.
draw inspiration from, or not draw inspiration from everyone or everything you see, right? So
tell me about the last couple shorts you've been making.
okay, yes.
Tell me about the group that you're. Is it a group? Is it
Yeah.
is that for school or is that separately?
Yeah, so we made
What's the name of the last one? I'm thinking of the dating coach one.
yeah, Makeout. So so me and my roommate, he wants to be he's at Emily Carr and he wants to, I think, go into film, but it's more of a general arts kind of study because it's like a 4-year program there. But yeah, there was this like sketch comedy contest. And so we were like, oh, let's write something. And so we made like this short film called Makeout, and it's about like a sex guru, and he has like this class that he hosts in his apartment, and it's kind of like a yoga class, and he's very like an eccentric guy. So yeah, me and my roommate wrote that. He directed it, I acted in it. And yeah, so that was really fun. We just got like our friends to help us out. We just banged out on weekends. And for the short film contest, it had to be like, or for the sketch comedy contest, it had to be like 3 to 5 minutes. And I think ours was 8.5. Like we went way
A little
over.
bit too long.
And then like we tried to like cut it down for the sketch comedy thing, and it wasn't really sketch comedy. It was like more of like it was a
Very short.
a narrative short film.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it wasn't really like, yeah, it was a short film. It wasn't really like a short skit. So we didn't get selected for that, but it was fun to make, and yeah,
Was that the first time you made something like that?
Well, no, I made like a short film in Tofino when I was there.
Ooh.
For
Tell us about that.
yeah, so
I know about that.
it was called Adriana's the movie, I think I called it, I forget. But it's basically just about this guy, and he's kind of like, no one in town likes him. Tofino's a small town. And then he opens up a sandwich restaurant. And yeah, it's basically it's kind of like a mockumentary on my brother's life, where he's not in it.
Or a
It's-
biopic.
biopic, you know, mockumentary. So that was fun, and that's kind of like, yeah, I did that in between my 2 years at state when I went out there to work during my like time off at school.
Just watch
and-
your hand covering your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Muffle the voice.
And then that maybe kind of inspired me to I did. So I did the Adriana's short film in between my 2 years at school, and I feel like that kind of inspired me for like more like just going out there and making movies happen, or just kind of trying to do a short film on a low budget, something like that.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you brought that one together?
The Adriana short.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
'Cause
I think
it was a good mix of like, it seemed like a budget. You had quite. It seemed like there was quite a crew.
Yeah. Well, it was basically just me filming everything, and then I would just like go ask people at the restaurants, like, "Hey, you want to be in this film?" And like the one guy who played our brother, Matty, he's working at Adriana, so I just asked him to do it. I don't know like how the idea came about. I think Malcolm was like, "Oh, you're in film school, make something for us."
Make something
And
that can promote the restaurant.
yeah, and then I did that. So yeah, you can check that out. It's on.
We'll have a link in the description
Yeah.
for people if they want to
yeah,
watch that.
and that's on the same YouTube channel as Make It.
as Make Out as well too, so people can watch that.
Yeah. So yeah, just stuff like that, and then I'm trying to make like this like right now like what I wrote and kind of like and trying to like produce with my friends is it was called Amazing Grace, and it was supposed to be a play on Amazing Race, Canada, and it's like about Canada's like next top priest, and it was a competition show, and it was kind of like a mockumentary where all these like priests are like they're just not very good priests. They're just doing it for the money, kind of
All the
thing.
wrong
Yeah, and I had
reasons.
it all written out. So I think we're planning on filming that in the new year. So
Nice.
yeah,
Okay,
we'll go
so
for that.
So watch
Yeah.
watch Quintin's YouTube channel for that.
Yeah,
Come out.
yeah, exactly. So stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I just need to buy the priest costumes, and then I think we're
Are you
good to
casting
go.
for it at the moment?
No, I think I have everyone casted.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I do have everyone casted. So
Perfect.
yeah, I'll be good. So
I'll be looking forward to that.
yeah, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So I think that's good. Yeah,
Cool.
that's what's going on with Tarnation Productions.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
so that's a big thing that I really liked was your annual general meeting
Oh yes.
for Tarnation Productions.
Mhm.
Could you talk a little bit about that? Eric, have you seen Quintin's annual general
I don't
meeting?
think I have.
So this was on Instagram.
Yeah, so it was pretty much where we were hosting an open mic stand up stand up open mic night, and like no one showed up because I didn't promote it very well.
Mm.
But I also general annual AGM planned out, and so I just filmed it. And yeah, I basically just talked about like my expenses and stuff like that, and what's going on with the company, and what this year has held, and yeah,
I really like that.
yeah.
When was that?
That was in August.
Okay, so your next AGM's not for a long time.
Yeah, maybe yeah, I'll probably host one maybe in the summer once this next short film comes out, kind
Yeah.
of thing.
What was the inspiration? So how long has Tarnation Productions been around for now?
Yeah, so I think I made it like a year ago. Yeah, like yeah, December, like after I graduated, and I kind of just wanted something to kind of like, it's basically just like a portfolio website for me, but at the same time, like I just want to like kind of just like show like short films and stuff that we've been working on, music, stuff like that, you know.
Oh yeah, so I know that when you were young, you were producing music, and could you tell us a little bit about how that rolled into this like, kind of current venture that you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and then like what kind of music are you producing with Tarnation Productions right now? And if someone wanted to produce music, through you, how would they go about doing that?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, pretty much like, I don't know, I started making like beats on my phone, like when I was like a kid, just a little bit. And then I think when I was like making, when I was making the Adriana's movie, I like wanted music for it. So I kind of just like started like, GarageBand on the phone is like actually like a pretty good tool. Like there's lots of like plugins and like synths and stuff like on the phone for like beat making. And then so from there I kind of just like got into it, and then I just bought like a few like synthesizers and stuff like that, and just kind of started like kind of making mostly like ambient film score.
For your like projects.
Yeah, well, not really. It was just more for like just to have like.
It's my favorite.
Yeah,
genre.
yeah. So yeah.
Ambient film score.
Yeah, it's great.
I guess that's true. I hear you listening to that all the time.
Love movie soundtrack.
Yeah, so I feel like I mean like being like so interested in film and stuff, it's like it's easy to do, and it's something I was interested in, and it's just kind of like a good hobby to have.
Do you have a favorite composer in Hollywood?
Composer. I don't know really if I have like a favorite, but I feel like when I made like my like first kind of like album, I was listening to a lot of the Tenet soundtrack. I really like the Tenet soundtrack.
Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Posterity.
Yeah. So I really liked is it Ludwig Göransson?
Ludwig Göransson.
Yeah, so stuff like that, but that's kind of like like super ambient, like synthesizer type stuff with synths.
So
drum pads.
So for Tarnation Productions, you so can you tell me about this Reynolds guy?
Yeah, so Reynolds is an anonymous guy that that is he's signed to Tarnation Productions. And so he makes like ambient film score and stuff like that. And he has some albums out on Spotify, Reynolds 1 and The Revolution. So you can check those out. They're pretty good.
Maybe we'll
Is
do a
it only
podcast with it.
only on Spotify?
No, it's on all
platforms.
platforms. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Apple Music,
all
YouTube.
yeah, it's on like
On the big players.
yeah, I just use like, or he uses this like DistroKid, and it's just like a distributing thing.
How do you think your technical skills have developed over like as in like editing? So there's obviously the writing aspect of it, but actually like the editing,
technical.
mixing.
I feel like when I was in film school, I would do more editing than I have been, and like this last short film, like I haven't really edited too much. I didn't really. Me and my friends who did makeup, we edited it together. So yeah, I mean, like I haven't really been doing too much, but like I know to.
What
I know
softwares
to-
have you been using? What
I
do you
use
like?
Premiere Pro.
Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I had like a free subscription with my school.
Oh, that's cool.
But now I don't. So I've been like, I mean, that short film we edited on my friend's laptop and we just kind of did it together. That was on Premiere, but I don't have anything right now. But I think once for this new one that I'm making, I think I'll probably just get like DaVinci Resolve because they taught us how to use that in school and it's pretty easy and good for sound mixing actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking of using
Yeah.
for our podcast.
And it's like
It's free.
it's free, but
It's also it seems powerful as well too.
yeah. But and like the pro version or whatever, I think is like a one-time payment too,
Oh, wow.
as opposed to
A subscription.
and yeah, Adobe is really expensive.
Is it user friendly?
Yeah, I found it. I mean, all of them are a little bit like complicated, and I feel like I'm not like the greatest editor, but once you like kind of play around with it and get used to it, I think it gets good. I think it's easier than Premiere Pro. So
DaVinci.
Yeah.
That's for video. But what about for music editing?
oh, for music,
Do you just use GarageBand? Or
I use GarageBand and FL Studios, like the free version of FL. But mostly GarageBand, honestly, because everything I have is like, I mean, yeah, GarageBand, like, yeah, you can do a lot with it, like, honestly. So, especially like with like the software, like I have like two synthesizers and like the MPC pads for drum beats that you can plug into that, so it works.
Yeah.
It works well.
So how old are you now, kid?
I'm 21. Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
So if I asked you where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years.
Where do you see yourself?
Yeah, it's a good question. A question I ask myself a lot too. But I don't know, like I'm really just trying to like graduate. I graduate my program in August, and I think from there I'll try and just kind of like work on sets, do writing, try and get an agent, stuff like that, and just try and get like as much like art and stuff produced out there as I can. I think I'm in Vancouver. I think I'll stay there for a little bit, but it depends. Like, really, it's hard to say. Like in that, like with what I'm doing, I think it can lead you in plenty of different directions in life. So, yeah, I mean, I would love to be writing and doing what I'm doing 10 years from now, and yeah, so
That'd be cool.
yeah, exactly. So, but it's hard to say. It's
What
hard
are-
to say what I'm gonna still 10 years from now.
I was just gonna say, so Eric and I've been doing more writing this year. Eric, you've been working on a screenplay as well too. I was curious what you found helped you in your writing,
Okay.
and what if you had advice for Eric and I to improve our writing, or just to what's something you've learned
Yeah.
that has helped you, or that you
Tools and
think
strategies.
Yeah.
for any aspiring writers listening
Yeah,
to
I
this.
feel like when I first started out learning, like I would kind of just be like, oh, I have this idea, and then kind of not really think about it and just kind of dive into it, and not really like think about like every scenario and like what like the subtext behind my meaning is. Yeah, which is fine if you're writing something like something short and like want to get something off your chest. But I think what I've learned is kind of just you need to really do the groundwork is to thinking like what your character is thinking, what your story really is about, and what your metaphor for your story is telling, and what it's about. And I think it's the process of writing is something that's different for everyone. And I think It depends. Like, I mean, like, I think like this year I do more like journaling and stuff like that, and just kind of writing like what's on my mind down. And I feel like that kind of helps you with your creative process, is being aware of what's going on in your life. And yeah, I think just kind of being truthful and being honest and being vulnerable in writing what you're writing about, if it's fiction or nonfiction, is kind of the most
It's
important
essential.
thing. Yeah.
So, do you have any like exercises or practices that have helped you?
Um,
Or I guess like the reason what I'm
Yeah.
getting at is like I just remember I can't remember who talked about it, or if it was Norm Macdonald or if it was someone else, but it was they were talking about Hunter S. Thompson and his process of like
Yeah.
getting in the mindset to write. And basically he's like he wakes up at noon, he does a bunch of drugs, he does a bunch of crazy
Yeah.
shit, and then at 1 a.m. he starts writing. And that's not like, that's just like, one extreme. I'm just kind of wondering if you have something that
So I
you notice gets you in the zone.
yeah, it's tough to say. Like, it really, I know it's best to kind of try and come up with some sort of routine and stuff like that, is what everyone says, and it's good. But I feel like for me, it kind of comes sporadically almost. And I have this idea, and I kind of just be like, oh, I need to write this down. And just, I think it's when you have an idea and you want to write it down, or you have this idea and like, you should just get it out on pages, and before you kind of forget, because you'll forget your ideas.
Do you use voice notes, or do you type, or do you write, or what's your strategy?
Yeah, usually just if I'm like, like walking somewhere, on the train or something, and I have an idea, I'll just like write it on my notes app. And so I feel like, yeah, like, I don't know, like recently, like I wrote like my first like feature screenplay. And a lot of that was basically just kind of setting like targets for myself, like, oh, I want to finish like the first act of this like um within a couple days here, and then stuff like that. And I finished it pretty quickly, and then yeah, and then now it's just been like rewriting rewriting it, and just kind of perfecting, because I had all these ideas for it, and then when you actually start writing and turning it into a screenplay and seeing how it progresses, like a lot changes, right? And so it's a grueling process. Right?
Is that something that you do by yourself, or do you send to someone and say, hey, can you read this and edit it, or are you your own editor? Or
so far I've just like edited it. I've edited it myself, or I had one of my friends look over it. But this video is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
For the listener, so we're not just staring at ourselves on the screen here. I put on a Planet Earth documentary that we're watching. We're watching two fish fight each other. They're either trying to have sex, or they're trying to fight each other.
They also look like
They look like vaginas, the mouths.
Yeah,
Like
it's so.
your vagina.
they're just
We've put that on to try and relax ourselves, but it's also been distracting at times as well.
Oh yeah, so basically, it's a pretty cool shot. Basically, yeah, I mean, like I had my one friend look over it. I like writing. I'm a terrible speller, which kind of sucks, but it doesn't matter. It's what
As long as-
autocorrects for.
Yeah, as long as the point gets crossed.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, stuff like that. I mean, like, yeah, so
Are there
I don't, yeah.
are there any stories that you think are worth telling, or something that you'd like to do?
Yeah,
Not spoiling anything too far.
yeah, so I feel like a lot of my stuff that I write is, usually it ends up becoming some sort of like metaphor for like, politics in a way. I think just yeah, I don't know why that is. Well, I know why that is. I mean, we live in an interesting time, so that's probably why. And then so I feel like yeah, a lot of my stuff is kind of more narrative based, but I think more as I go older and kind of learn more about people and myself, it's um more character studies and kind of like why people are the way they are and
Why they do what they
why,
do.
yeah, and like kind of, yeah, like I don't know, like a lot of, like I don't know, like I don't know the answers to life really, but I feel like writing is kind of is a good practice into kind of figuring out like what this life is about. Like I don't know, like
What the questions are.
yeah,
surrounding
exactly. And like one person be like, oh, this guy's a like I don't know. There's plenty of stuff where it's like, oh, you see someone on the street and it's like, oh, he's like kind of a weirdo, but like, why is he like that? And like, is he really? And like, aren't we all like kind of interesting? So
the
yeah,
who, what, when, where, and why of it all.
yeah. So yeah. I mean,
Yeah, because the reason I bring that up is I know you're working on a screenplay. I'm just wondering if there's something that like as kind of a duo that we could work on together to get that into to bring it into fruition.
I've definitely thought that there's something there to be built.
I think so.
Collaboration.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe not necessarily
mhm.
what I've been working on.
Yeah.
Because that's, well, I mean, who knows? Not to say that.
Yeah.
But is that something I have interest in? Absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think for me, like a good thing being at like this film school is learning how to be more collaborative and open to other people's like ideas and concepts and something that's yeah, it's something that you kind of like as you need to learn to be open to working with other people.
Yeah, that's
Because like when I write a feature, I mean for features usually, I mean like sometimes it'll have like features you just kind of go out do it and get feedback from people, stuff like that. TV is more you're in a writer's room and stuff like that. So yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
yeah, that's kind of like I know that we talked about that before is the idea of like I want you to write Eric and I a screenplay for us to do a table read.
Yeah.
That'd be
Because
a blast.
yeah, I can't remember how I first came to that idea because I think it was during COVID. There was this it was a rendition of it was like a bunch of celebrities and they did
Was that the Shia LaBeouf one?
Yeah.
yeah, but it was Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, oh, that's fun. And then I was like, oh, I should do that like
Yeah.
with my cousins because then we could all do it over Zoom, like my brothers and my cousins. And I remember that I think it was that Thanksgiving we did it like Malcolm, Quintin, and I and my parents, and we did the Thanksgiving scene from Spider-Man with Norman Osborn where he's like
Yeah.
carving the turkey. And I remember, oh, okay, that was pretty fun. And then we did we did Star Wars.
Sure.
We did Shrek the other day or the other week, which was fun. And what else? Have we
You
done?
you did the lighthouse.
Oh,
I
we
had
did.
to go.
Yeah, we did the. I did the lighthouse. Yeah, we did the lighthouse.
That's a good one.
What's another one that we did?
What's one we want to do?
Oh, good question.
I mean, like I have like a few like short scripts I could like send to you. It's something if you wanted to read them out on here.
Oh yeah.
Eventually.
Which
For like a feature or something though, it's difficult because the feature then it's like you kind of want to sell it or like develop it after.
Yeah.
So then and it takes like so much time that it's like difficult. But like short scripts and stuff like that, I have some stuff that
which one is coming to your mind?
I mean like I have a few that I've written down, but I had like this one about like it's called The Pope and the Bellboy. It's a story about the Pope in very modern society. Kind of yeah, just kind of he's getting older and he kind of has some thoughts of his morality and kind of his struggles there. So that's like a 10-minute kind of script that you could read.
Who do you picture as the Pope? Who do you picture as the bellboy? If it was Eric and I, if you're casting between Eric and I, who plays who?
Yeah, so I would say you be the Pope.
Okay, and I'd
You
be taking
could be the
advantage of
bellboy.
Eric.
Yeah, but you're not
The bellboy,
yeah. But it's kind of like, yeah, it's a bit more surreal. You'll see. You
Okay,
read it
okay.
and let me know if you want to do that.
Okay, stay
So,
tuned. Watch the space for the Pope and the bellboy.
yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you're working on. You'd like to bring into fruition the what's the priest one?
Amazing Grace.
Amazing
yeah,
Grace,
I love the
okay.
priest stuff.
So that's on what you're working for in the new year.
Yeah.
Is there any other any goals that you have for yourself coming up in the new year?
Yeah, I mean, like, I need to write like a feature for one of my classes that I've been like working on for a while. So I need to do that, and just basically a lot of stuff with school and writing and stuff like that. But yeah,
What's a genre you?
usually I write like comedy. The script I just wrote was comedy, but
What's a genre you'd avoid?
um
Not to say that one's better than the other, but one that maybe you don't necessarily identify with right now, at least.
yeah, that's a good question. I feel like, I read like comedy and like drama. I mean, I don't have like a lot of experience. I don't think I've ever read anything horror,
I was about to say
Yeah.
the same thing.
but I've kind of thought about it, and it's kind of, I don't think it's like undoable. Like, I think it would kind of be interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not genre phobic, so I think I
Yeah.
think anything kind of, and I think for maybe like a home or something.
Yeah. Those are really fun.
But those are the easiest things to sell. So kind of
Exactly.
maybe. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I don't know. I don't think
That's
there's
fair.
anything.
What are some projects from TV and film that you're excited to watch coming up?
Yeah,
in
coming up.
2026?
So I mean, it's December 23rd. Marty Supreme comes out in a couple days.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
I think that would be pretty sick. And then
We should go watch that together.
yeah.
Okay, continue.
And then I think what else is coming out? What else is coming out? Oh, there's that new Game of Thrones show that comes out.
House of the
Yeah,
Dragon.
that's the Dragon. But no, there's the other one. No, the Night of the
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's in January.
That's in January. I think that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I always liked all that kind of Game of Thrones. The
Yeah,
ending
well-
is whatever, but
Probably still top.
even with the
show.
ending, it's still worth the watch.
Yeah, I love Game of Thrones.
And
Someone's here to pick up a chair for you.
Oh,
But-
we-
I said we're just wrapping up here. So
okay.
yeah, you said
Yeah. So okay. So should wrap this up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anyways, check out Marty Supreme. I think that'll be pretty good.
nice.
Cool.
And
Okay, and then Amazing Grace. Watch the space for Amazing Grace, and then
and then check out Tarnation Productions on YouTube. And we have a website, tarnation.productions, where there's some music and a short film on there and some more contact info.
Instagram?
Yes, tarnation.productions as well. Yeah.
Perfect.
okay, so we'll link that all in the description.
Yeah.
Quintin, thank you very much. for
Yeah,
coming
thanks
on.
for having me. It was really fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was great.
and we look forward to what you do with your career, and hopefully we can,
Yes.
a little bit later on in the year, we get an update on how things are going.
Yes, of course. Looking
Perfect.
forward to
Awesome.
it. Thank you
Okay,
guys.
thank you, thank you. All right.
Awesome.
Hey, we were just talking about you, and we actually decided that you don't realize pain is inevitable and suffering is optional enough for us. You don't really seem like you know that you have to crack the egg to get to the yolk.
Dap-a-doo, two white guys in a wheelchair.